It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got C.J. Stroud. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Cards and the Texans, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 24.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, they come in right at 500, looking to get that win to bump them back above 500.
This game means a lot to them because of what you just...
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Bringing them out is the #1 overall pick this year, Heisman Trophy winner at Alabama, Bryce Young.
And it'll be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looking to throw, Young. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
A play fake. Now Young. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. The Texans at 3-6 now on the year. Hey, Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
To the air once more, Young. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. Leading them out, a 2-year starter at Ohio State and 2nd overall pick in the draft, C.J. Stroud.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
First carry for James Conner. Down to about the 45. You look at the defense for these Texans. And they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And this is where we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense, versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this will be swung out here for Connor. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Now here's Stroud on third down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 28. The third down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time. Play action. Stroud now. Short throw. It's Higbee. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Connor up the middle. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. 3rd and 1, Stroud. Screen pass to Connor. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Stroud looking to throw. Touchdown! Dalton Kincaid, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Powering and shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big run there, 29 yards in the first.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Young on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 33. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at this Arizona defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. Young to throw it. This is caught. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Out of the gun, it's Young. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Isaiah Simmons coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
That's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Arizona.
Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. That's complete to Traylon Burks. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 1. They run behind center with Connor, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Stroud's throw taken in by Samuel. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Connor on first down, working his way forward for about 4 yards. Second down coming up. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Second and 6 at the 38-yard line.
Play action. Here's Stroud. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. The offense on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Connor on first down, not going to get a whole lot. Maybe a couple. Second down coming up.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On third down, it's Connor. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Houston set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
False start.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. They go play action. Young. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Second down, Young. Short throw caught by Pitts. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. And hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. It'll be Young again. That is caught. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 34-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
33-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Young working out of the gun. He'll check this one down to Taylor. And he gets it down to the 32.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
That throw by Young incomplete.
certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
On for the field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They've lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They start with a give to Connor. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 45 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Stroud off the play fake. And that's incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Stroud on 3rd down now. And he's going to go down. The Texans come in and able to bring him to the ground. Kyle Van Noy has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. The strong running. On that punt, we've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. First down, Young. Over the middle, and Mayer hauls it in. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Here's Young from the shotgun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Throwing, Young. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Meanwhile, Stroud's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Stroud will look to throw once more. And this is going to be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they're throwing it to him?
Yes, he caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, you might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield, too.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Young to throw it. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. Third and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they will begin in field goal range already as they search for a potential score. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. He's into space past the 25. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Stroud sets up the play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. Blanketed coverage by Houston makes it 4th down.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Sly able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cardinals ready to go here to start the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep the tight end in a few more times and maybe add running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards to pick up there.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy is covering you. He's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
First and 10, it's Stroud. That'll be caught by James. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. Stroud out of the gun here. Short throw, it's Higbee. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Again, it's Stroud. That's to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So a first and 10 now in Houston territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. The false start backs them up 5. First and 15. Here's a handoff to Connor. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They get 1 yard back there to make it second and 14. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10. Stroud looking to throw. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. And out of bounds right around the 20. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll try and run for it with Brown. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. So an interesting decision at this stage of the game to go for it. Do you think maybe that missed field goal earlier had anything to do with it?
If it did, I'm really surprised, because usually one miss is not enough to alter your game plan. My only thought is maybe he got hurt, or maybe they just understand that it's not his day for some other reason we don't know right now. But in general situations, you run him back out there and let him have another chance.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From the 25, here's 2nd and 9. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. 3rd down and 10. Young now. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. At that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. On the return, it's James. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. He'll get this to Connor underneath. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. A shotgun snap to Stroud. Short throw, it's Higbee. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
Now Stroud. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Got to give credit to both defenses because they've been able to keep the points down. And despite that incompletion, I like the way he's playing. He's putting up decent numbers. What he has to do, find a way to make that sound read and get that one home run before this one's over.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Houston's 10. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. They work now on 2nd and 9. They go to the ground again with Taylor. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same.
Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime, But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Young to throw it. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Looking to throw, Young. He gets it complete to Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Young on 3rd down. Hard throw, incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
47-yard punt, a return of 4. And they will take over 1st and 10. So out now come the Cardinals. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
At the 31-yard line.
Stroud to throw it. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Connor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Texans' 36-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 7. And they'll go on the ground. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. That one a first down pickup of 8. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, a run with Connor. What a spin. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 68 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it. Touchdown, Cardinals. Traylon Burks, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is up to 18 now. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. His throw incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down. And they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some. Again, it's Young. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And quickly, they get to the line.
10 yards on the pickup.
Here's Young. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
3rd and short yardage. Young able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. It gets it right back to Mayer.
Holding. Offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. It'll be Young again. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Brings up 2nd down.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Young. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Nick Bolton, and the Cards are going to take over at their own 41. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They'll start with the option. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
From the gun, a give to Connor. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off, and he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And now out comes Houston. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Airing it out deep for Woods. And got his man complete. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Young working out of the gun. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
A second down throw for Young. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Setting up the screen, Harris. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That one complete to Trey Tucker. And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on the spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not. They start the drive with Connor. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And strong running here on the first 2 plays of the drive. He's got another first down on a gain of 12. 93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. This is Brown going up the middle. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively. Now a 2nd and 10.
At the 46-yard line.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
It's the pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
An inside give, and it's a fumble. And that was ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 3rd down, Goodson. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Out of his end zone, Young. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that should just about put this one in the win column for the Cardinals. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Arizona, they move back over 500 now at 6-5, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.